Alright, so just an overview of the 3 papers. They have attached assignments, and so those assignments are special. So I call them nest assignments or nested assignments. I also call them scaffolded assignments. So there's 3 major papers: the mini memoir, the interview or annotated bib, and then the capstone paper. Each of those papers are in a nest with 2 other assignments. So paper 1, mini memoir; paper 2, interview or annotated bib; and then paper 3 is a capstone paper. Each of these papers also has a proposal, and a rough draft review, review, and rough draft review. So each paper, paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3, they have to be completed. All 3 of those assignments have to be completed for me to be able to look at the paper and give it a grade. Okay, so why that's a problem potentially is because there's due dates for the proposal, the rough draft, and the paper. And the proposal due date comes before the rough draft review date. The rough draft review date comes before the paper date. If you're a person that always does things on time when they're due, you don't have to even watch this video and you don't have to worry about it. Okay, but if something happens and a person is late on an assignment, they are okay as long as they get it in before that assignment closes. But in the event that a person misses these 2 assignments before the paper is due and they haven't done them at all, it will be a rare person that happens to. But regardless, these 2 assignments, the proposal and the rough draft, they must be completed before I will look at the paper. So I will not give credit for the proposal or the rough draft review on any of the 3 papers after the close date, but they still will need to be completed. So what happens is after the proposal is submitted, the Dropbox for the rough draft review, reflection will open, but it will not open until the proposal is submitted. And then the paper Dropbox, where you're required to submit your papers in a Dropbox in D2L, that Dropbox will not open until these 2 assignments are completed. But let's say a person either is struggling with procrastination or has other things happening, and in the worst case scenario, let's say that they totally didn't do the proposal and then they didn't do the rough draft and then the paper's due, I will not accept that paper until those other 2 assignments are done. But if either the proposal or the rough draft review, or the paper for that matter, if any of them are completed after the date the assignment closes, I just will not accept them for credit. Okay? So each paper is in a nest with 2 other assignments, and each paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3, have the proposal and the rough draft attached to them. Okay? Paper 1, mini memoir, first thing we do is a proposal, saying what is my idea about what I want to write about for the mini memoir. Then there's going to students will need to write a rough draft and have it reviewed, and then write a reflection about the review process, and then submit the paper. So these 2 assignments that are in the nest with the paper, the proposal and the draft review, those are intended to support the creation of the paper, and it all goes to our learning outcomes. So there has to be a process that I can see. So that's why I will not accept a paper without those other 2 assignments having been completed. Even if the completion of these 2 assignments is so late that the student isn't going to get credit for them and will get a 0 on these 2 assignments, they still have to complete it. And as I said, 99% of the students of you all, I know you will do the stuff on time, and this isn't going to be a concern, but I just need to be really clear about how those papers work, that they are, the papers are connected with those other 2 assignments, and those 3 assignments for each paper, the rough draft review, and the proposal, those 3 assignments, they are so interconnected that I will not accept the paper without those other 2 having been completed. Thanks a lot. Let me know if you have questions.